Wow, I'm just astonished. What if truth doesn't exist? Not in a dramatic way, but in a human way. Rashomon is a film that doesn't just tell a story. It questions whether stories can ever be trusted at all. What is the truth? Or is everything just a contradiction? And even though it was made in 1950, a lot of the elements are still very modern and still are influential to this day. All right, so here's some quick context. Directed by Akira Kurosawa, Rashomon follows a murder in the woods. A samurai is dead. His wife is violated, and the bandit is accused. Multiple witnesses recount what they have witnessed, but every version contradicts the last, showing how there isn't no truth within the story. And the story that the viewer takes out when they finish viewing it is all subjective. And it's never, not everybody will have like the same idea. Like one person might think one of the stories is correct while the other is. And the film never tells us which one is true. Instead, we sit in the uncertainty, which is the beauty of it. So the fragility of truth. What makes this film so powerful is perspective. Each character shapes the story in a way that they can digest or that they will be comfortable with. The bandit makes himself look bold and heroic. The wife frames herself as emotionally overwhelmed. The samurai speaking through a medium preserves his honor. Even the woodcutter, he seems, neutral. Even is hiding something. No one is lying in a cartoonish way. They're adjusting reality for their own benefit. And that's from unsettling, my fault. Because it suggests we all do this. We remember events not as they happened, but as we need them to have happened. Like in real life where several instances, people might lie to another, not to hurt their feelings, but to sort of like make something easier for them to understand, if that makes sense. Cinematography and technique. So Kurosawa makes bold decisions usually. The camera points directly at the witnesses during the testimony, up close and personal. This allows for a bit of uncomfortability, but sort of as if the viewer is the judge and is judging these characters to make sure who is telling the truth, if that makes sense. There's no courtroom shown. Everything occurs outside and, just faces staring at us. And then there's the forest, the sunlight cutting through the trees, shadows moving constantly. Nature feels alive but unstable. Even the famous duel scene isn't heroic. It's awkward, sloppy, almost pathetic in a way, which removes any romanticism from violence. The duel also, I would say, adds some great choreography within the movie, which I really loved. Here are some cons that viewers may have with this film. So definitely the repetitive structure can feel slow for modern viewers, especially since, a lot of the events get retold to you like throughout the film. Even though it's quite short, it still gets retold to you like, I think 3 times, which may hurt viewers' love for the movie. Also, some of the acting style is quite dramatic and exaggerated, which viewers may not love. Viewers may feel like, especially in modern time, people may want more like realistic sort of acting style. All right, to wrap it up now. So I thought Rashomon was a 8 out of 10. Not because it's entertaining in a traditional way, but it's intelligent. It trusts the audience. It forces us to sit with discomfort, and it asks a question that still matters today. If everyone believes their own version of life, is truth even possible? Also, the film is has been quite an influence on cinema from 1950 onward, and creating the Rashomon effect, which plenty of films have used since, like Zootopia, for an example.